Welcome back to The Price of Business. I am your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. I tell you, I've been doing this for 15 years. That's a long time. This show, I've been on radio since 1990. And I started when I was like 4 years old. But anyway, it's incredible, all the great guests that we've been able to have over the years. But I tell you, consistently, Chris Kidd, who's been a regular contributor on the show for quite some time, every week you have brought on some of the most interesting guests we've ever had on the show. It's been phenomenal what we've produced as far as content and who we've been able to find. And today is no exception. Chris Kidd is a financial coach. He is making a difference in the lives of all kinds of people. He loves working with athletes and those in entertainment, but he loves working with all people, and helping to change their lives financially. His website is chriskidd, that's KIDD.com. Tell us a little more about what you do, and then tee up our next guest, which, again, is going to be a great one.
Well, kind of what you alluded to, I really have a passion for helping people in the financial area, and, that could either be, getting out of debt or just learning to get your finances in order and really stay on track for a financial plan that you have. Also teaching people how that they can get more out of their advisors and learn more about investing and understand it better, so that mistakes that a lot of people make don't happen to them and they can be a little bit more protected, get more out of their money and make it work harder for them. Mm-hmm. The real deal is just to do my best to help people relieve financial stress that occurs in most people's lives. So, no matter what area they're from.
Yep, very good. And our guest today?
My guest today is Johnny Shelton, and a really cool guest. He's the, official life coach and chaplain for the Baltimore Ravens, and he's got some pretty cool stories I'm sure he can share with us. Good to have you with us, Johnny.
Hey, Chris, it is good to be here, man.
Welcome to the program. Kind of give us a panoramic overview of all of that you do for the players there for the Baltimore Ravens.
Well, I mean, first and foremost, like Chris mentioned, I am the team chaplain, life coach, spiritual coordinator, if you will, in charge of the spiritual culture around this the facility here with the players, the coaches, and the administration. So really, I'm the team pastor. Provide pastoral care, one-on-one time with the players, coaches, putting out fires, if you will, on a day-to-day basis as they come up. Just help steer everyone in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. Very good, Chris.
Well, and I also want to do a little quick shout out to our friend Eric Anderson with the Houston Fellowship of Christian Athletes. He kind of helped me connect with Johnny a little while back, and tell me, I guess, share a little bit of, if you can, type of situations. We've kind of talked a little bit about some of them, but things that can come up that a lot of times, fans may not know what all's going on behind closed doors. All they know is, their team is playing well or they're not playing well. And then a lot of times players may come to you with all kinds of different issues. I know the Ray Rice incident that came up several years ago, not necessarily to go into that, but that was one that was a little more publicized. But how often do you have guys come into the office and just have stuff that comes up in their daily lives?
Absolutely. That would be every day. It's literally every day I have someone coming in about something that has affected them off the field, whether it's financially, relationally, family situation. We have deaths in the family, and a lot of people, if you follow sports closely, we just dealt with the death of a player last month. We lost a player, Trey Walker is his name. We lost him to a motorcycle accident down in Florida, and that was a very trying time. So it's like every day, and the average fan really don't not care, but don't know about what goes on, and they kind of put the guys up, on a pedestal in terms of them being inhuman, and they just look at the wins and the losses on Sundays, and that's all that really matters. But don't take in consideration that they have these issues too. Deaths of moms, dads, grandparents, grandparents with illnesses, cancer, things of that nature. It's just a day-to-day battle, and these 63 guys, well, now 90 in the preseason, they're no different.
Yeah. So talk a little bit, something that's interesting to me is because of how pervasive our politically correct culture is, and you're obviously a Christian, I can tell just by looking at the images that they chose for you at your website. Is that a delicate balance, or do most of the players, or overwhelmingly the players, gravitate towards Christianity or no theological preference at all? Talk a little bit about that dicey issue in the times we live in.
Well, it really is, once upon a time it was very, very delicate. Now it's a situation where, we here at the Ravens organization, starting with our owner, and our GM and our head coach, Coach Harbaugh, they want to invest into the lives of these men. And so regardless of what your religion is, we look at the men and we bring them in. And so we're loving on them, no matter what religion they are, what they're thinking about. And so we don't preface that in terms of when we're building these relationships with them. We're just getting to know them. And once we get to know them, that drops, they put their guard down and understand we have their best interests at heart. So it's really not as delicate as it may seem in other places, but in this building, it's not that delicate because we don't approach it that way.
Very good. I like that. And you keep your Christianity strong because only strong Christianity is going to help anyone. That's my experience, at least. Johnny Shelton, thanks so much for being with us. We got about a minute left. Why don't you wrap it up? chriskidd.com.
Well, I know a lot of people think that, somebody's a professional athlete, they're making millions of dollars, they don't have problems. But like Johnny said, everybody's got problems. It's just a different kind of problem. Or, if like a mentor of mine told me one time, if it's not a major problem, money can solve it. If it is a major problem, then no amount of money is going to solve it. And
that's right.
We need guys like Johnny in there to help deal with some of them.
Yeah, and lots of money often just creates a different set of problems. Ones that people with no money don't even know how to deal with. And so it's interesting. Johnny, thanks so much for being with us.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
You bet. All right, so when we come back, we're going to have more for you. Do want to remind you, the show continues 24/7 at priceofbusiness.com, and you are listening to The Price of Business.